Hello, beautiful Scorpio, and welcome into my channel, The Rare Gazelle. My name is Reem, and welcome into your reading. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Scorpio, or anyone for that matter. Even if you're not a Scorpio, I do trust that there is something in here for you. And a gentle reminder that there are no scheduled readings on this channel. I do readings as I'm guided by the spirits that I work with. Um, okay, so I'm going to give thanks. I'm going to connect to my ancestors. We're going to connect to the psychic channel, and I'm going to sit in the psychic stream to channel the messages. I'm going to share only what I see, hear, and feel in the space. And then, as guided, we will utilize the tarot and oracle cards to further divine your messages. Okay? Thank you, Spirit of the Most High. Thank you, guardian angels and ancestors known and unknown, the most qualified and the most benevolent from the ancient lands of Mesopotamia and Babylon, Iraq, ancient Samaria. Thank you, Goddess Anana Ishtar, and thank you to the great divine Mother Ninhursag for your blessings, your love, your courage, your strength, and your gifts of protection in this space today. Thank you, Scorpio, for allowing me to read for you and for trusting me with your energies. Ashe and may you receive these messages clearly, with clarity, trust, and revelation, with no distortion or delusion. Thank you, Scorpio. Okay, I'm seeing someone with a closed fist, and then they open it, and I'm seeing a lock of hair that someone is holding. Some of you may have recently cut your hair, but I'm also seeing this as quite symbolic of a recent cleanse and a recent purge that you have done. It's almost like you went into the shadow spaces and you have come back with a gift. You've come back with a gift, and you're giving it away. Like you're how do I say that? You're releasing something in which you have held on to for quite some time, and that is a gift in of itself, is something that I'm seeing here. Some of you are doing rituals also. Okay, this particular message won't be for a lot of you. Some of you are doing rituals with the lock of your hair. Okay, hold on. There's a James on. I'm hearing James. And I'm hearing Janae or Janaya. Okay. Um, okay, I don't know what this is, but they're showing me like they're showing me oh, okay, it's a chain of events. Okay. That you're currently on. And they're saying they're taking me back in time a little bit. This time last year, or maybe a little bit further back, June, July of 2024. June, July of 2024, you had a fork in the road. You made a critical decision. You had a choice point at that time that set off a recent chain of events that you are currently cycling through. Okay, before they want to move forward, they're showing me your ego. You made a decision this time last year from the place of your ego. I'm hearing you did the best you could. This is what you knew at that time. They're showing me justice from the tarot. You did the best that you could, and you're understanding the cause and effect of the decision that you have made back then, and it came from your ego. Okay, I feel like this is what you went into the shadows. This is that lock of hair. This is what you have released. Spirit is saying you have released your ego. I'm hearing you're changing mid-cycle. So you cycled through this chain of events, but not all of it. You cycled through you cycled through half of it, but they're saying very particularly um that you changed mid-cycle, you changed midway is what I'm seeing here. I'm getting the I feel really flushed. I'm getting this energy of dropping because I keep feeling that you went into the shadows, you went into the depths, you went to look at the underbelly of yourself here. And I feel like I'm dropping. Like, on a roller coaster ride where you just drop, that's a sensation that I'm getting. I feel like I'm dropping, and Spirit is saying that's your ego dropping. So you dropped your ego, you dropped, and I'm seeing, like your spirit be more embodied. That's you changing mid-cycle. I'm getting like an energy here that's like, this is a little bit unexpected. This change mid-cycle is unexpected. It's a little bit of a surprise even for you and also others. We'll get to others in just a moment because I'm seeing them a little bit outside of this. This feels like it's for you and you only. Like you looked at this message is for you and you only. You don't necessarily care. I know that may sound harsh, but you don't necessarily care how this impacts others around you is also something that I'm seeing here. Because you knew that you had to do this for yourself. You accepted the chain of events that you have set off this time last year. You did the best that you could. You made the best decision, or so you thought it was, and you changed it midway. You changed midway. They're showing me the next 3 to 5 months are really interesting for you. August to January, maybe even February of 2026. And they're circling that time. Okay, within the next, what did I say? Like August to January, February. They're circling that whole time. Why? Okay. Your alchemy, your change mid-cycle has changed the future events and have changed the chain of events that were set off this time last year. Because your ego is no longer, hold on, what is this? Hold on. When you dropped your ego and your spirit came forward, your spirit naturally alchemized the changes for the future. Like your spirit naturally changed the future. How? Because it was a self-fulfilling prophecy and now it isn't. They're saying that the self-fulfilling prophecy that you set off, which is this chain of events, mm, it's still a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it's one that is more aligned to your true free will and that is more aligned to the divine's will. There's more unity, there's more harmony, there's more greater good. There's more greater things in there for you in these future events that have changed. Okay? Because they're no longer ego, they are of spirit. They are of your spirit. It's almost like you got sick of the mundane is also some they want to talk about like what triggered this mid-cycle transformation of yours that changed future events. It's like you got sick of the mundane. I'm seeing the Ten of Wands in my mind's eye. You could like foresee the future, or you could kind of like determine what would happen next because it's so mundane, it's repetitive. You started to notice, oh, okay, I'm hearing you started to notice the pattern of your ego. You started to notice the patterns and the small subtle nuances of your ego. Your spirit has a little bit more of a surprise to it and a little bit more of like unexpected energies is what I'm seeing here. um so you got sick of the mundane, you got sick of the pattern, you got like you reached your excuse my language, you reached your fuck it energy like like that's what I'm seeing. um I'm seeing this sits on different levels for a lot of you guys. It's not just spiritual, it's also like work. A lot of you have like multi skills and you're multi talented. Some of you are cycling through your talents and your skills. Some of you know that you have talents and skills that are like of like a varying variety, like you have a variety of skills. And I'm seeing that you're cycling through your talents and you're cycling through your skills and you're learning how to balance. And there's a current skill of yours that you have moved from your ego to your spirit is also something that I'm seeing here. Um, and therefore you will have a whole different experience from it. You'll find a lot more value. But some of you are they keep saying that to me again, so I apologize. What what is this? You're cycling through your talents. Okay, I'm seeing the Ten of Wands again and the Eight of Wands in my mind's eye. You're changing your trajectory when it comes to your career, or you're changing the trajectory because you're going like uphill. There was like an uphill battle. You got sick of like, again, doing this mundane. And now it's almost like a sharp turn or a sharp corner that you're doing right now as it pertains to your career or a hobby that you make into a career. Um, you're dropping something that you're really good at, and you are now pursuing something that brings you a lot of joy or excitement. I'm hearing now you're excited. Now you are excited. Some of you, there, I keep getting this like energy of drop. Some of you in your career, you may be leaving midway or mid project. I'm seeing you part of a team. I'm seeing you delivering really important information or having a very important role, and like you're dropping midway, or you could be thinking, I'm seeing the Ace of Swords, because you're having this like revelation that you're multi-skilled or you're multi-talented and you want to follow this new trajectory that your spirit is pulling you towards. Yeah, because I keep feeling like the ego has a different pull than the spirit. And that's what you're like cycling through and sensing and feeling as well. And so I'm seeing that you were pulled into a career that did supply you with a lot of experiences and like tools under your belt, but you're leaving it to pursue something else. And I'm hearing that again. Now you're excited. Now you're really excited. Yeah, because it's almost like you knew, again, it's like this energy, like you knew the pattern of your ego, and therefore you could determine through predictive analysis, um, you knew what would happen next because you've been following the pattern. But now your spirit has this level of excitement and surprise that you're leaning towards, and it's like now you're really excited. So we're kind of like we're in this trajectory now, if you will. Um, some of you, because of this change mid-cycle and change in your trajectory, you're also changing your luck. You're changing your fortune, you're changing your money. It's going to look different. It's going to be different. The frequency of it is going to be different. You're going to find more value. Okay? They're saying that as well. I'm getting the number 1331. Some of you may have been born on the 13th, on the 1st, on the 10th, the 9th, or the 19th, and the 5th. Okay, let's talk about others in your life for a second. Let's talk about others, the others. Um, this is unexpected for them. Yeah, it's almost like okay. Um, the people, the dynamics or the dynamics in your life got really comfortable with the pattern. They got comfortable with their position. They got comfortable with their role. There was a certain amount of comfort even that you felt with the people around you. Um, you may have also experienced a lack of change in particular relationships, and this is something that perhaps you started to get very weary of. I'm also hearing boredom. I'm seeing the Four of Cups in my mind's eye. People around you have not they did not expect you to change mid-cycle. By you changing mid-cycle, it does affect them and it does impact them. And it's interesting because I felt like you didn't care about that because you know that you had to do this for yourself and you're willing to accept the impact or the effect afterwards, is if that makes sense. Um, I'm hearing this name again, James. I'm seeing someone that wears a necklace of an angel number. I'm seeing 444 or the letter J. Someone also has a tattoo of a date on their left arm, top shoulder. It's a date to commemorate a loved one's passing, and I'm seeing their portrait underneath it. It's of a woman. It's a woman. She's smiling in your portrait. Okay. Um yeah, people did not expect you to change mid-cycle, okay? Sorry, one second. A lot will be unearthed because you're throwing people off balance because as you change mid-cycle, you're kind of throwing like you're throwing something into the water. I'm seeing like you're throwing rocks into the water and you're creating a ripple effect that now affects, like there's a cause and effect to this. And you're gonna throw some people off balance, but that actually may work in your favor Because when you throw someone off balance, they can no longer stand on what they were hiding, Spirit is saying. When you throw someone off balance, you're going to see someone's true intentions emerge. Okay. Um some of you know what you're doing. This is why I love Scorpio so much. Some of you changed mid-cycle to test some people around you because they weren't ready for your evolution, but guess what? You were. You were ready for your evolution, so this is why you changed midway. You want to, it's almost like you want to see who's willing to like readjust with you or change with you or adapt with you. I'm hearing if they could. Um, um, some of you, there's someone that you are going like there's no contact, there's no communication, there's no contact. And I'm seeing like, I'm hearing who's going to break first. Because you have dropped your ego, you're gonna start to notice that other people that have their ego cannot, someone's ego cannot thrive in the spaces that your spirit now exists in, that your spirit is now active in. That's also where you're going to see like balance be thrown off, Spirit is saying. And there's someone around you that you are having no contact with. And it was like an ego battle of like, who's going to give in first. Okay, that's not going to be for a lot of you. But I'm sensing like one dynamic is no contact. I'm hearing your level of self-control is different than theirs. You're definitely going to have a change of perception when it comes to this person, whoever this is that I'm picking up no contact. Your spirit that now that you're embodying more of, you're going to see the situation from a different lens. What else here? I'm seeing you more social, like I'm seeing you more social in the next 3 to 5 months. Um there's a social aspect to you that is like more active, is something that I'm seeing here. Okay. You have like a really charming energy. You have a charming personality. You have a charming way about you. And I feel like you're becoming more comfortable with who you are, and therefore, like you want to express this new Scorpio spirit, is what I'm seeing here. Okay. Um, just gonna come out of the stream for a second. Okay. Um, let me get you an angel number, and then we'll get into some fortunes. Angel number for Scorpio. You have here 444 protection at the bottom. Change. Yes. Rebellion. I love that. That's such a Scorpio energy. Guidance, justice, truth, character, and love. Get ready for the good things you've been hoping for. You were born for a higher calling. Put your energy into going towards your ambitions, and the universe will align itself to provide you with the right people, circumstances, and resources to make it happen. Yes. 444. And good fortune. Wow. 888 karma. You have here balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles, and what goes around comes around. That energy of that cycles, that's what spirit is confirming here, that you have changed mid-cycle, and you've also changed your fortune mid-cycle, your luck mid-cycle. You have changed the future events because what you created from your ego has dropped. Wow. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and to use it to realize your greatest potential. 444, 888, and 1331. Good fortune, advice, comfort, major change, individuality, and independence. Have faith in your skills and your talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. And I feel like that's what you're tapping into. Remember, Spirit was saying that you're also cycling through your talents and your skills. So you have a talent and a skill right now, and it's being housed and it's being nurtured from the place of your spirit. And now you're going to give yourself a really bright future because of that. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. Yes. And Spirit was also saying that. Let's get into your fortunes here. You have here January, December, marriage, and love. Okay, so they're highlighting love and marriage. I did say pay attention to the dynamics in your life. Okay, so they want you to look out for the dynamics in your love life, or maybe even the dynamics in your marriage. Okay, need to be reviewed, or I wanted to say reassessed. And they also brought out December and January here, also February, which I did feel like between now and January, and I said maybe February, they started to highlight that time. August, September, October, November, December, January, and maybe February. So this is where you're going to see a lot of the change. Okay. The events and the experiences that you have naturally alchemized by stepping into your spirit. Okay, let's see what else is here. Great worry over nothing. The whale. That's beautiful. The whale spirit. I'm hearing, what have I done? I'm hearing, what have I done? I really do feel like you're taking a lot of personal responsibility. Just like, yeah, because I was seeing justice in my mind's eye when Spirit was explaining that cause and effect that you have set off, that chain of events that you have set off this time last year, like June, July of last year, August of last year even. And like you accepted that, you manifested that, you accepted the chain of events. So I do feel like you are taking personal responsibility, and the change that you have done mid-cycle, you're also taking personal responsibility for. And I'm hearing, what have I done? And Spirit is saying, no, this will work out in your favor. Okay. Great worry over nothing. Yeah, and some of you are worried about your fortune because there was something that your ego is really comfortable with. And remember, like your spirit holds a level of surprise and unexpected energies that spirit is giving you a piece of comforting advice right now, saying great worry over nothing. Okay. You do have good fortune and luck. You're going to receive compliments from an admirer here with the bouquet. There's an energy here where your rebellion is going to be admired. Sorry about that weird cut. Just had a little bit of a slight disruption. Um, some of you are going to receive compliments from an admirer of your change mid-cycle, of your rebellion, of what you have changed, even like changing your career mid-cycle or changing, dropping a project and pursuing your dreams or pursuing your goals, doing something so unexpectedly. You're going to receive a lot of compliments for it. Some people are going to be really off, like, off by it. Some people you're going to throw them off, and some people are going to be really admired by that. Okay. Victory. Victory in some endeavor. What are you worried about? You have a victory. It's almost like Spirit is giving you a little bit of a window into the foreshadowing of the events that you have changed on your cycle. That this is going to work out in your favor, that you've changed your luck, you've changed your fortune. You're going to have victory in some endeavors. Okay. Yeah, if you're getting together with friends, this is the social, you socializing that I was picking up on. So I do see you getting together with more of your friends, the ones that are aligned to you. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, honor and respect will come to you. Wow. Yeah. And you are on the right path regarding some aspect in your life. Remember that change of trajectory? I was seeing the Eight of Wands. You went from the Ten of Wands and like you made a sharp corner turn, the arrow. You are on the right path. Okay, Spirit is really confirming this to you and providing you a lot of comfort here. This honor and respect will come to you is coming from this admirer. You have an admirer. I'm seeing like them look at you with like a sense of awe. You have like something that they don't have, but they really adore it. They really honor that. They really respect you for that. And I feel like this is what you're going to start to see. You're going to start to see people that are envious. That's who you're going to throw off. You're going to throw off the envious and the jealous people. But the people that really adore you, that honor you, that really respect you are going to give you compliments for the change and you changing midway. You honoring your spirit, you respecting your spirit, you honoring your heart's true desire and what brings you the most joy and the most excitement. Someone is really going to compliment you on doing so, on doing this. Some of you may even receive flowers from a lover or from a new lover or a friend. I'm also seeing a friend that turns into a lover for some of you. Okay. You have here an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you here with the nest, and you have here the stork. News of a birth or a new business opportunity. This is all new energy. What you changed, what you naturally alchemized by stepping into your spirit, the future events that you have changed on your midway in this chain of events are new energies. Some of you may be having children. Family is really important for you to set up. There's something earlier than expected here as well. Earlier than expected. News of a birth that's earlier than expected, or news of a business opportunity that's also earlier than expected. Okay? That's also something that I'm seeing here. Again, because of you. Okay, Scorpio, this is the reading that I have for you. I'm going to stop here. I feel like the messages are really clear, so I'm not going to move forward into reading anything else. I don't feel the guidance to. I trust that this resonated. Thank you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.